Hi, I'm still outside the plantation, waiting for the bus to come by. Actually, it's taking forever. I'm thinking about setting up a lemonade stand. Give me something to do in the meantime. This video is primarily addressed to Janet, the mgtow, who left a comment on a video I'd responded to Petra, where I was saying, or Petra was just saying something like, yeah, the mgtow are just gay. Nothing wrong with gay, come out of the closet. And I was annoyed, to be honest. I'll cover that more later, but for men who have lost their house, their family, they don't get to see their kids, and to reduce it to such a shallow appraisal of what we're doing, I'm sorry, I lost it for a little bit. I got angry, but hopefully I'll leave this on your on that comment, so hopefully you'll understand why I was very short. It's way deeper than that. But having said that, I say hi to Janet. Thanks for dropping by. It's good to see you on my channel. I've heard about mgtow, not a great deal, but I've never met one. I've never seen any comment by one. And I'm glad you came by because it brought about an epiphany. I usually have a daily epiphany, which is great because it helps me to do vids. But it struck me, and you're talking about, if it's a sexuality thing, it's still rage and what have you. And really what I was trying to say is, well, I don't think for a moment it's about sexuality, but I was saying to Petra, if you're going to be that shallow about it, at least acknowledge that there are different stratas of sex. Guys are into different things. They're pretty bent up, most of them, but it's not just gay, or it's wider in view than that. So I forgot to, you've got the whole. It doesn't matter. I won't go into it. I think it's enough said there. But what you brought out, and actually Petra did as well. All right, so you've both contributed something, and it's good to have. I don't care what the guys think. It's good to have women on the channel and offering their view, and we can discuss it. And so long as we can, stay calm and try and see one another's point of view, I think we'll get something from it. I certainly am. It's exhausting me. I don't sleep anymore. Toss, turn, thinking. I'll go to bed thinking, I might do this video tomorrow. I think I'll go through the whole thing, and then I wake up and somebody said something, and I'm going, oh my God, I've got 3 more videos to do. And I think I have to do more today. Yeah, but this thought occurred to me. I thought maybe the problem here is the acronym or the term men going their own way. Now, there are 2 ways to look at that. Is it a group of men, all the same, going their own way? Okay, it's this group of men that subscribe to this principle, that principle, this principle, all these ideas, and this group of men have moved away from society or not doing something. The other way you can interpret it is men, all individuals, loosely bound together in this general group of men who have left the plantation or left society or whatever you like to think. Men going their own way. So it could be plural. It could be the collective. Is it a collective noun? Is that what you call it? I am part of a group of men who are going their own way. mgtow values, I could say, probably seems to be looking at it that way. He is part of a group of men who are all going their own way, but they're all. He's trying to get everybody to move as a group. That's how it's coming across. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. Kurt 2022, for example, seems to be looking at it like, yeah, I'm a guy going my own way. Yeah, so I can relate to other men who are also going their own way. Like I'm not going in the same he might be thinking I'm not going in the same direction as mgtow values, but yeah, he's going his way and I'm going my way, so yeah, we're buddies. We're going our own way. Maybe. I don't know. So if you can get that drift, it can be taken either way. And I look, if you're of the mindset that wanted to feel protection and wanted to be protected by some sort of group, and you felt that you couldn't get protection from society, then that could make sense that you would think, yes, I'm part of this group and I'm with them for my protection. Okay? Or might not even be protection. It could be for whatever reason. Okay? So, yeah, because of your particular needs and you slant it a certain way. All right? Another person, and this is the one I fit into, yeah, I'm going my own way. Yep, I'm going my way. I like fuck the plantation. I played that little game. I never did like it, and shit, I hated it in the end. So fuck that. That's finished. No more. So yeah, I'll do things my way. You know what I want to do. That's the thing. And don't tell me how I'm to do it. That's what they did in the plan. Yeah, they said do this, do that, jump this, get married, do this, blah blah blah. Blah. Yeah, fuck me up. Wasted a lot of my time actually. It was good for somebody, but not for me. Okay. So, now, just for argument's sake, look, and just to explain some of my motivation, well, not necessarily motivation, but what's happening concurrently with this whole mgtow channel, I'm trying to set up a site. I've called it the Friendly Club, and it's for men to occasionally have social contact with mgtow-friendly women, which could also include wigtow, in all honesty. But I'm going to add a proviso, or at least from my point of view. And this is what I think the guys who are going their own way, they just want, fuck it, they don't want relationship or marriage. Okay? But they wouldn't mind have a drink, have a meal, have a chat with somebody occasionally. So I'm not in America, Janet, so I'm not in the class. But let's say, I would say to you, Janet, are you a part of a group of women going their own way, or are you a woman, let's say Little House on the Prairie, going your own way? Okay, and I would say that to you. So no, Bob, I'm the latter. I'm doing it my way. Okay, I don't care what other women do. Yeah, no, I've had this experience, and I say, Janet, I'd love to have a drink with you every once in a while. Find out how you're going, what you're up to, what you're doing. Maybe we'll have a meal, have a bit of a chat. And what are you doing? I would like to learn about you. I'd like to find out how you're surviving. Yeah, and just as a matter of, so what's been going on? I'd be interested because, to my mind, you're an individual person who cares for yourself then, and you'll respect it that I care for myself. And I can tell you all my silly little stories about the chooks that I feed, the lizards that I feed, the channel and what it's like, my other friends online. I could share all of those stories with you because you would respect me, because you would say, I understand, Bob, yeah, because your life's important to you and you think you're a little bit special, just as I do. I don't think I'm part of this blob of a group where I'm just another piece of, another cog in the wheel, another piece of scud. Okay, so yeah, if that was the case, I would be interested in. I can't do it. We're in different time zones, whatever. But yeah, that's the idea of my friendly club. That yeah, you get together. It won't be huge, just a few, and you get together and you chat and you catch up and you think, oh yeah, just chat. It's not a sexual thing. It's not a dating site. It's not about getting married. Anything like none of that. If you want that, you got to go somewhere else. Go over and visit them at their place or something. If it's the former, if you're part of a group, I'm afraid that's the same as that. I have no interest because it's not you I'm talking to. It's a group think. It's what somebody else decided. And look, you could say, we're this group of people going our own way. Fine. But and I respect that. That's, for protection or whatever. I'd like to know more about it. I'd like to hear both sides of the camp, if indeed there are two sides of the camp. But that is somebody else's thinking. You're subscribing to somebody else's idea and you're just following it. So that to me is, I'm not interested. Yeah, yes, or passing interest. But no, I like people. What are you doing to survive? It's like being out in the wilderness. Oh, yeah, I'm growing potatoes and carrots. Oh, yeah, the onions are no good. Don't grow onions, Bob. They never work. Something like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. It probably comes from, I grew up on a farm, and people were more like that then. You know, they cooked meals, they had to survive in different ways. And when they socialised, they talked about how they were surviving. And that all went. It all went to, you get everything from supermarket, and it just all changed. Okay, but back then, I don't know that it was the case. But yeah, it was, yeah. So what are you doing? Uh-huh. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not me. And then and I mean, we could spend, an hour or two having a drink, a meal together and that sort of thing. And gee, Janet, it was nice chatting. I'll have to catch up again sometime. And you'd say, yeah, sure thing, Bob. Yeah, why not? And that's it. And we click off and bang, that's it. And I'd go to bed and think, oh, she's nice, pleasant. Gee, how does she do that? How does she? We can swap and share information. But that's the idea of my friendly club. But when Petra made the comment, it was just like, all you guys are the same, aren't you? Aren't you? Isn't that what you do? I mean, it's like us saying, oh, all you girls are the same, aren't you? This is what girls do. And frankly, I'm sick of it. Because and this is what I think. I don't know about other MGTOW, but me, when someone says, oh, I'm really only interested in marrying you, and as soon as I've got you, I'm going to take you through this, back in there. Come on, back you come, back. That's right, get back into bed. Yep, that's right, do it this way. I think, oh, fuck, I thought you were interesting. I didn't know I was going to be back in here again. Okay, so, so I'm just on a closing note here. I'll say, because I'm going to give this video to all the people that I've spoken to about this subject of classification and definition of MGTOW. I'm giving it to you just as an eye-opener, just so you might look at it and think, oh, okay, I hadn't seen it that way. Yeah, I suppose it could be either way, couldn't it? And then when you're having discussions with people, it might be an idea to first check to see whether you're on the same page about MGTOW. You can just quite simply say to them, okay, how do you see MGTOW? Do you see it as a group of men going their own way, or do you see it as a group of individual men going their own way, but loosely bound in a structure? And then if they say, oh, no, I see it as the latter, you go, okay, no, I see it as the former, so we're not on the same page. All right, so you know from the get-go that you're probably not going to be seeing eye to eye, and you're going to be at one another to begin with. And so it's a pretty simple thing to do, like, how do you see it? I'm going to start doing it on the channel if I can remember to do it. As people, seem to be looking at it a different way to me. I was like, okay, how are you looking at it? As a group of men or as individuals? And if I say, no, I see it as individuals, I say, okay, I understand. And the chances are I wouldn't be asking the question because we'd be on the same page and talking anyway. And I think this is what is leading to confusion, because if you have people like Kirk 2022, for example, who's PUA, and you, MGTOW values, and others say, well, what the fuck are you doing in MGTOW? He says, yeah, I'm a guy going my own way. Yeah, men going their own way. Men going, yeah, I'm going my way. Yeah, their own way, the ownership bit, their own way, not your way, not someone else's way, not their way, his way. And in a woman's case, they would probably say, oh, okay, so your little house on the prairie, you're doing things your way. Yeah, I mean, Janet, you could well be the CEO of a major company, but still doing it your way, I suppose. A bit harder to imagine, but that's the point. So I hope this explains what I meant to Petra, because it's a lot deeper than bloody sexuality. That's for sure. And sexuality, really, what I was trying to say to Petra was, it's got nothing to do with it. But I mean, if you're going to try and make it have something to do with it, at least acknowledge that there are far more stratas of sexuality, male sexuality than two, because most of us are totally fucked up. There could be a list of them somewhere, and I don't want to find out anymore. But and Janet, I thank you for your comment and your input. I hope you subscribe and and add a little bit occasionally, and we can get to know you a little bit as well, because I don't know about the other guys, but I've never met a MGTOW, and I'd be interested to find out more about you if it's about you. Okay, your thoughts. I mean, admittedly, you'd be taking. It's like baking a cake or something, or making a meal. You're taking a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of something else. But so long as it's not totally pre-made, and that it's we do it this way, because that's somebody else's thinking. That's not your thinking. I'm interested in people individually, and that is probably runs right through the whole theme. That way, just on a final closing note, Janet, if I have a fight with somebody, I have a fight with them. I don't have a fight me against a whole army of people, a whole team of society, or no, we all do it this way. You're wrong. Yeah, I lose. So I'll walk away. No, I don't want that. I'll deal with a woman one on one, but not one to a million. Not that crazy. Okay. But anyway, I have to say this whole experience is changing me immensely. It's making me think. God, I don't do anything else but think these days. And the comments and ideas that are coming out of it are really making me question everything. I hope everybody else is getting something out of it. And please just keep the conversation going, and I'll try to address as many people as I possibly can, particularly if you're topical, and you've got some interesting views, and I can pick it up, and we can, I don't know, just for a little while, anyway, because it's exhausting doing this. We just have a little community forum just between us all, or among us all. I always get that confused. Okay, long enough. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.